Let me show you the real reason why so many Americans are going to stay broke for the rest of their lives and never have a chance to build any sort of wealth. And no, this has nothing to do with how much money you make, with what job you have, with what degree you have, with what skin color you are, or with who's in the White House. And it has a lot to do with the dumb decisions that you're making. Now, I didn't want to make this video, but I thought that some people can learn from the dumb decisions of others. That way they can make better decisions with their money, because Fortune magazine just put out a new report. The title of this article is Americans are spending big on cars and gadgets, and they're going into debt to do it. I've linked it for you down in the description. Now, it's not surprising or any news that Americans are spending money they don't have. But as I started to dig deeper into this report and other articles, what I realized is that we have three themes of things happening right now. Number one, Americans are feeling like the prices of things are not rising as fast as before. And so to celebrate, Americans have been ratcheting up their spending. Number two, Americans have become very accustomed to this luxury lifestyle over the last few years. Partially because there was a lot of free money going out, so people became very used to this nicer, lavish luxury lifestyle, and now many people can't afford that same luxury lifestyle as before. And instead of downsizing, they're making other sacrifices or going deeper and deeper into debt to continue living this luxury lifestyle that they can't afford, which is actually keeping them broke. And number three, people are very excited or scared about the Trump presidency. And these emotions are driving people to make very dumb decisions. The people that are very excited about the Trump presidency are going out and celebrating by spending money they don't have because they think the economy is going to boom in 2025. The people that are very scared and anxious about the Trump presidency think that Trump is going to destroy the world, the country, and the economy, so they're doom spending their money. Now you can start to see why this is really stupid, because we have control over how much wealth that we build. I mean, yeah, there are external factors, don't get me wrong. Banks profit off you being in debt. They want you in debt. I get it. Corporations want you to spend money. They spend billions of dollars to get you to spend money. I get it. The government profits off of you being financially uneducated. They profit off of you being in student loans. I get it. But you also have a choice now. You have a choice with what you do with your money. And I get it. America is a consumerism culture. I mean, our whole economy runs on spending. Everybody wants to spend money and have the nice things today. But this is where you got to decide and make a decision of what you want to do, because so many people are shooting themselves in the foot and then blaming everybody else. Because let me tell you how the economy actually works. Our economy runs on you spending money. And not just that, it runs on you spending money you don't have. We live in a credit-based economy. That means the more you spend, the more somebody else makes. Every dollar you spend is a dollar somebody else earns. So when you go to Gucci and you spend $1,000, Gucci's making the $1,000. But here's the kicker. When you go to Gucci and you spend $1,000 through debt, now Gucci's making the $1,000 and your baker is getting rich, and it's all at your expense. Now, I'm not against you buying nice things. I'm not against you having nice things. I'm not against you buying luxury things. I'm not against you buying a whole bunch of stuff. I just want you to afford it. But here's the problem. That word afford is very difficult to understand. Because if you want to go out and buy that $5,000 purse, you better have at least $25,000 in your bank account. Now you're going to say, well, whoa. What are you talking about, Jaspreet? If I want to buy a $5,000 purse, I just need $1,000 in my bank account because I can afford the line of credit. Well, let's assume that you're a little bit more financially savvy and you say, I don't want to buy it with debt. I'm going to buy it with cash. Why do I need $25,000 to buy a $5,000 purse? Here's the reason why. If you have $5,000 in your bank account and you want to buy a $5,000 purse, a $5,000 watch, a $5,000 vacation, you're going to spend all of your money on this expensive, dumb thing. Well, here's the thing. If you want to support your family, you better have some money to do so. Because if the economy goes to crap tomorrow, if we enter a recession tomorrow, if you lose your job tomorrow, if something happens to your company tomorrow, then what? Your wife's got to eat. Your kids need a roof over their head. How are you going to pay for that? What are you going to do? Well, you spend all of your money on a dumb watch, a dumb purse, a dumb vacation, now what? And so when you spend all the money you have on dumb things to look rich, you're putting more emphasis, more focus, more energy on what other people think of you, what other people think of your lifestyle, than you are on your real ability to build wealth. And so many people in America today have no confidence in themselves. They have no sense of self-esteem, that they're so worried about what other people are going to say or think that we're going to debt to look like we're rich. We will go into debt to look like a certain lifestyle, to look like I live happy, to look like things are great. But you're doing it for them. You're not doing it for you. You're not doing it for your kids. You're not doing it for their college. You're not doing it for your wife. You're not doing it for your husband. You're doing it for them. And they really don't care. They might talk about it for 5 minutes, but they really don't care. And so you have to remember, what is important to you? Is it you building your wealth, or is it trying to look rich? Because one of the funniest, ironicest things is people would rather look rich than actually be rich. Because in order to actually be rich, you got to go through that period of not looking rich. You got to put in the sacrifice. Because in order to become rich, look, I'm going to break it down. It's very simple. You want to become wealthy, you don't spend all of your money. You take the money you don't spend, you save some of it for an emergency. You take the other portion and you invest it. And you just keep investing that money. The more money you invest, the more aggressively you invest, the wealthier you will become. Yes, we will see a market crash. Yes, we will see a recession. Yes, we will see layoffs happen. Yes, we will see markets boom. You just keep investing through all of it. Because many people just throw their money into investments thinking that it's going to double tomorrow. Everybody assumes that investments should double. So we have this like crazy perception about the world. That number one, you have these people that say, I deserve the nice things because I work hard and I deserve to have all this expensive stuff that I can't afford. Look, we don't live in La La Land, okay? Your bank account will dictate what you can afford, period. And if you want to have those nice things, great. Go out and afford it. That requires sacrifice. It's not easy, but it is possible. Then you have the people that get into investing that say, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna invest my money and I'm gonna build my wealth. The stock market's rigged. The stock market's scammed. It's ruined by all these people in Wall Street. And so now you hope that you can find these hidden gems of investments that will double your money in 60 days, or that will give you these huge returns, or that only go up. And then when things start to go down, you're the one that panics. And you freak out and you don't understand why. Now you think everything else is rigged or scammed, or then you start falling into the get rich quick systems and schemes because you want everybody to tell you how to get rich without having to actually do the work. When in reality, building wealth is not always that exciting. Spend less money, invest more money, period. Now, of course, you can get more nitty gritty. It's just like getting in shape. Getting in shape starts with doing the simple. Put down the Twinkies, the ho-hos, and the donuts and get on a treadmill. When you do that, now you can start to get a little bit more nitty-gritty. Maybe you do more high-intensity exercises. Maybe you do weightlifting. Maybe you do sprints. Maybe you do other things in the gym. And maybe you now start to work a little bit more on your diet, depending on how much of a health nut you want to be. It's the same thing with finance. It's the same thing with money. Start with the basics. Stop spending dumb money you don't have. Stop going into debt to finance things that are not putting any money in your pocket. Stop putting money into buy now, pay later. Affirm was interviewed by Fortune. Affirm is a buy now, pay later company. And what they just said is they have broken a record in the number of customers because people keep coming back and more people are using them. Affirm is a buy now, pay later system which allows you to buy your groceries, to buy clothes, to buy whatever the heck you want and pay for it in installments. And what we're seeing is more and more people are buying everything in installments. You want to buy clothes? Buy it off in 4 easy payments. You want to buy groceries? Pay off the Walmart payment in 4 easy payments. You want to buy Gucci? Well, we can help you with that. Buy it off in installments. And what we're seeing is that these buy now, pay later companies are booming. And this one really, you can start to see my heartstrings start to get pulled in different directions. I own a financial media company. I get a lot of opportunities to invest in startups. I invest in startups. And one industry that I have not invested in for startups is the buy now, pay later industry. It has been one of the fastest growing, one of the most booming industries in fintech. The reason why I don't want to invest in it, because for buy now, pay later to really work, that means you have to have a whole bunch of dumb people using the service that are spending money they don't have and spending aggressively and then getting caught up with late fees and fines and penalties. And here's what a firm's COO, Chief Operating Officer, had to say. Everything we see suggests that the consumer feels like they want to be out spending. Why? Because a firm benefits when people spend money. They benefit when you go out and spend money. And this is where you gotta understand how the system works and be able to use it in your favor. It's the same thing with credit cards. Credit card companies have been always under heat because people are in credit card debt. We have the most credit card debt ever. Look, if you know how to use a credit card, you can use a credit card to your advantage. If you don't spend money you wouldn't normally spend, and you use a credit card as a medium of exchange, use a credit card just to swipe and make the purchase. Now, it doesn't matter if you're using a debit card, a credit card, or cash. The problem is people use a credit card as an ATM machine, as a way to get some free money. And now you got to pay the credit card company with interest. You're the reason that those credit card companies are making billions and billions and billions of dollars. You're the reason that they get to fly around in private jets and have these big fancy offices. You're the reason that credit card users that are smart get the nice perks, the hotel upgrades, the airline upgrades, the car upgrades, the cash back. Somebody's got to pay for it. And it's the customers that are paying the credit card companies. And this is where you got to understand. It's not wrong to spend money. It's not wrong to have nice things. It's not wrong to want nice things, but you got to be able to afford it. And yes, there are people and entities in the system that profit off of you being financially stupid. They profit off of you being financially dumb. They profit off of you being financially uneducated. We're not taught financial education. We're not taught what to do. But if you want to build wealth, it really just starts with you saying, I'm going to change this. I'm going to stop spending my money. And I'm going to stop caring about what other people think. This channel is called the Minority Mindset because all success starts with your mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, it is going to be impossible for you to build wealth. You have to stop caring about what other people think, and you have to start caring about what's better for you and your family and your wealth and your community. Because if you're so caught up with what other people are going to think, now you're spending money you don't have just to make them feel jealous of you, but you're the one that's going to pay the interest. Your kids are the ones that are going to pay the interest. And now you got to decide, do you want to build a generational wealth or do you want to build a generational poverty? And it starts in your mindset before it hits your bank account. But it is possible. If you live in a first world country, you have more accessibility, more resources on your fingertips than anybody else. People in other parts of the world would risk their lives literally to come to a place like America and have the opportunities that you have here. Don't throw it away. Is it harder for some people than others? You bet it is. Is the game rigged for some people? Absolutely. Is it impossible? Heck no. And if you're willing to put in the work, now it's time for you to understand, look, it's going to take sacrifice. I know a lot of people like to sell this whole get rich without working, get rich while working on a laptop on the beach. It doesn't work like that. At least I haven't seen it work like that. It takes hard work. You're going to have to work a lot. You're going to have to make sacrifices. But if you do it, I call it a decade of sacrifice. If you stick with it for a decade of sacrifice, you're not going to recognize how far you have come financially. If you put in that work to live smaller and earn more money and invest that money. We will see a recession. Don't say I didn't tell you. We will see a market crash. Don't say I didn't tell you. But use those as opportunities to keep investing. That's where the real wealth is built. Because a lot of people use it as time to panic and sell at the bottom. But that's where the opportunity is for you to come in. Be smarter and invest. Keep buying when everybody else is running away. But you got to start building that financial education and stop falling into the same traps that are keeping so many people broke. I didn't even focus on the article. I just kind of went off my own tangent. But one of the things that the article talked about was how people are downsizing their grocery shopping. They're going from Whole Foods to Walmart so they can keep driving fancy cars. This is the type of things that we're seeing, and the National Retail Federation is predicting people are going to ramp up their holiday shopping in November and December because of how aggressively people are spending and going into debt to spend. And so this is where people are very excited about what's happening. People are spending money, but there's always going to be a breaking point where people can't keep spending more money, and you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared to, number one, take care of yourself and your family and your community. Then you want to be prepared to capitalize on opportunities, because unfortunately, the system profits when a whole bunch of people are not very financially smart. I want you to be financially smart and understand how you can take care of yourself, your family, and your community. And if you want some additional resources, again, Market Briefs is a free newsletter that I created. My team publishes it every day, 6 times a week, where we break down what's happening in the financial markets, from the economy to the stock market to the housing market to crypto to the global economy. You can read it in less than 5 minutes every morning, and it's completely free. If you have not joined Market Briefs yet, I got the link for you to join down in the description below. I went completely off script here, so I appreciate you guys' patience with me, but I feel like this is something I just need to get off my chest, because you keep seeing people do dumb things. They get emotional with what's happening in the markets. Just keep investing. Be a long-term investor. Stop being a trader, and be smart with your money. And if you do that, you will set yourself up for success, no matter what all the people on the internet are saying. And with that, I will see you on YouTube tomorrow.